Hi and welcome. We're going to begin the Divining Hour. In this Twilight show, we're going to be doing a segment called The Stillness in the Shadows of Love. My name is Edie, and I'm a psychic medium, and I would like to bring to you this evening an energy that we're going to be contending with this week within the energies of love, mainly. But this will affect other aspects of our life, like our family lives, our relationships with friends, and our relationships with money. So there's a couple of cards that I've pre-shuffled and pulled out for our help throughout the week. And I decided that I would like to pull a healing card for us and concerning crystals. And one of the crystals that we're going to be working with this week that's really beneficial for us is the lapis lazuli. And I'm going to hold this up for a little while and read out of the book what this is about and how I'm going to be picking up energies that most of us will be contending with this for this week. So this is the energy of the lapis lazuli, and if you guys have one, you know the magic of it. It feels wonderful. So we're going to begin to read about this. This is about spiritual truths, enlightenment, meditation, unity consciousness, and inner vision. I'm sensing very much energy about inner vision this coming week, and working with much contemplation about the inward journey. And only in this space can people come together in soulmate energy in the correct levels. So let's go a little further. And it's saying basically what you're looking for is right here, right now. When you become silent, in tune, and your consciousness of your spirit, it senses into the energy of love. And so this particular stone will help you with all of that connection within the self and with others. It helps you pick out the energies of what's hidden in the mind. It helps you with the energy of perceiving. This is a stone of realignment with the spiritual energies within your own life. So if you're feeling this a little off kilter lately, wondering why you're going through so many ups and downs, this is one of the stones that this coming week will help you move through those biorhythms of the energies of love. And it hits a lot of aspects of our life. So don't just rule out for the sources of dealing with energies of love. So this is more than that. And this is for the collective energy of all the astrological signs, not just one particular sign right now. This is going to contribute to all of the astrological signs through the energies of this healing of what we're going to pull out for each individual sign in a little bit. So in each day, or when you're having difficulties in moving through perceptions of energy, this is a stone that is going to help you have a completely different perception, and one you have not thought of in the past. It's going to help you see clearly as to why you're going through the energies of what you're going through. So it's a beautiful gift for us from the energies of the love angels, and we're going to work a little further with them this evening. We'll wait for a few more people to come in, and if you would like to take a moment, please don't forget to like. And if you do like it, if you think somebody else will benefit from this video, you're more than welcome to share the energy here on your timelines. That's greatly appreciated because it does circulate the energy for other people that are in need of some serious guidance right now. One of the cards that was guided for me to read and pull out of a different deck, we're going to be talking about it, is the natural waves of love. And I wanted to read what the book had to say about this particular card because it's extremely poetic, and I feel through this late night it may help us synchronize some of the energies that we'll be dealing with also this week. Natural love waves, infinite love, reveal to me now the nature of all things. Not that I may know the unknowable, but rather that you stir in me the miracle of life again and flow to me along your waves of grace and might, that I may expect the joy that is yours and yours alone. You who are weaving with unending patience and care the weave and fabric of our lives. Take to me your place of ease and grace, that I may know how to become one with the all that is, that I never feel cold of loneliness, separation, pain, and doubt again. Oh, let me ride with you on that eclectic wave of light into the unseen realms of Her Majesty, where I experience delight of creation in the most joyful, caring ways. Guide me to this realm, as well as I may astound again and again at the order, structure, symmetry, and love that He shines always above, that in this I may feel the new wave of tenderness and care. So this is an energy of what we'll be working with that will bring us some comfort. So in a later time, if you would like to come back to this video and allow for space to have that energy of healing of those two particular cards, if you do not have a lapis lazuli, you can just meditate, pause the video of where I've held the card up, where it's comfortable for you to see, and you can meditate on that energy and bring in that energy as well for healing. So how's everybody this evening? Going through a few ups and downs as the energy is of what I'm feeling. This evening we're going to go into the nocturnal energies of our shadows and into the darkness, and this allows for some cover of safety into the shadows of love. It's never a comfortable thing to be doing. However, it's a necessary part of the energy between healing past, I'm feeling great hurts at this time, and ones that are allowing for growth to a greater degree. Feeling most people are facing this energy of understanding in depths of great hidden areas, and they're coming to an alchemical light of wisdom. And so on the soul path journey of soulmates and divine unions and twin souls is the energies of what I'm working with. And they're beautiful energies. We're going to be working with the Egyptian Tarot tonight for the most part. We're going to bring a few other decks of the Sexual Magic Tarot and possibly some Romance Angels. I'm not exactly sure. But we're also going to be using possibly the Witch's Tarot or the Phantasmagoria deck is one of my favorite decks to pull out the hidden aspects and shadows of what we're going to be dealing with this evening. So through October is a reflection of inner spirit. We have much guidance from the hidden realms at this time. The veils are extremely thin, and we're going into a space where our mind can be of great stillness in a time of magnificent fluctuations. And I'm telling you, what's coming is great fluctuations in the energy of love. As we go into the Aquarian age, understanding the Piscean age, what we've just come out of is dealing with love, building the energy of love in the energy of the Christ consciousness. So that consciousness is settled in, and we're taking that platform and we're moving into the Aquarian age of all of the different aspects of what we've learned in love relationships. And these are very extremely personal, painful journeys. So the Egyptians had great magic. Part of it is dealing with crystals, and the crystal energy has been coming to me for this week, and to share with you some of that energy and the energy of poetry and words. So some of the poetry that you're going to be coming in alignment with this week could be very healing for you. So listen to anything that has to deal with poetry and dealing with love and painful energies, and knowing that these energies are ancient energies that the Egyptian energies have brought to us to work through and to master great, I would say, tantric energy within this realm. So, okay. Now, there's many energies jumping out. I wasn't going to take this, but I'm going to take it. So most people who are going, I'm feeling a collective reading to go first. I may go into the signs later if I have time. I may do a one-card pull for each sign. But right now I'm feeling to go into the collective consciousness. So I'm going to go with my spirit energy, even though I had a different plan. My spirit tends to pull an energy at the last minute and say, no, this is more important to talk about. So the energy of the collective consciousness is working with the energy of the high priestess spirit. Within this, there's much greatness of hidden knowledge. This hidden knowledge for the collective consciousness is going to come out within this week. I am sensing very much that there has been a lot of vampiric energy around people, and it's time to look deep into the energy of that. The goddess Venus, I feel, is going to uncover the hidden energies that everybody on a collective level is contending with. It is coming out of the shadows into the forefront, so that we're able to see those death cycles that we've just been through, into the cycle, into the birthing energy, into that Aquarian age that I talked about earlier. There's dual energy at this time that's extremely conflicting during the alchemical process coming up this week, I'm sensing. And if anything, you may feel that fluctuation today. On this Sunday, I feel there's great levels throughout the whole day of going through different energies of wanting to be healed for your own self, to forgiving the other person, to contending with possibly divorces and energies of separation, speaking the truth and painful truths at that do lead to separation. So we have gone through cycles of this greatly, to many degrees, through many shadow periods the past couple of years, but more to the extent this year on deeper levels, very deep levels. So these pre-shadow periods that we're going to be contending with on the energies that are hidden within the ancient energies, I feel like the tarot today is bringing you on the Sunday the energy of higher knowledge of the hidden realms. And so I feel also this is very ancient Kabbalah energy coming forward at this time, and the balancing at the Libra season within these energies. So if any of you are familiar with Kabbalah, this energy is great meditation practice for you at this time, as well as I'm sensing the energy of the Hermit. So it's about the Hermit, I feel, is bringing in, along with this energy, the energy of the responsibility of your participation with lessons learned. They're going to be coming to the point and to the fore on this Sunday especially. So the collective energies we're dealing with right now, you're coming to an emerging state of darkness into the energy of caution, of non-judgment. So as you're freshly coming out of these lessons in your life, there's Sorry, there was a little delay there in connection. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but on my end it was not connecting well. So hopefully it wasn't too bad on your end. So we're back. And I feel like the opportunities are going to be unfolding this week through creative points. Once again, a little technical difficulties. There seems to be, and I'm not sure if there's a storm brewing outside, but if there is, it seems to be interfering. So I want you to understand that this energy here of the collective consciousness, especially today on this Sunday, is about psychic awareness. And we pulled the lapis lazuli earlier, and the energy of all of that hidden knowledge coming to the fore through the psychic information, awakening with the energies of soulmates. So what we're talking about here is telepathy energies through a great degree. So people like myself who are working with soulmate energy, and the angels bring us much comfort to people who are going through great difficulties. So high priestesses such as myself are ready to bring this energy forward and connect in psychically with those who are willing to work with inevitable change. And unfortunately, this is inevitable at this time. There's no more energy of dealing with karmic past. The karmic energy is completed. There may be residual shadow period energies coming into retrograde energy, and as we're dealing with this collective consciousness on this, especially today, throughout the week it will residual in and out, but I'm feeling for this day with this high priestess energy, this rigidity and bitterness that maybe some of you have been fluctuating through to agape love, which is, oh my God, I love everybody and I wish my ex as well, and I wish my partner well, and I wish myself well, and gratefulness. There's fluctuation, and there is where the hidden energies lay, and acceptance of all these. So everybody who is going on this inward journey is having outward expression and needs mending in these areas that we're coming throughout this week. So, excuse me, I'm dealing with the tail end season of my worst allergy periods and my colds on top of everything. So excuse me for coughing as I work through all of this energy. So on the collective consciousness on the day of Sunday today, the energies were dealing with the high priestess, and that was the concentration. For some of you, maybe on different parts of the world who are paying attention to this energy, this is the beginning of your Sunday, so it's not the evening time, but your morning time. But on my part of the world, where the energy is coming in the shadow aspects, it is also applicable to your day coming in. So on Monday, you're going to be dealing with the cherubim, and it is in the first energy of the chalices, which would be the Ace of Chalices. So this is an extremely good time to be looking at the hidden aspects of finances. The energy of finances with Pluto going direct, and this energy of the pre-shadow Mercury retrograde coming in. On Monday, the focus will be on finances for the whole collective. I'm sensing with these creative ideas that have come in today, the hidden realms are going to be presenting themselves throughout the week. And so when you give your focus on this day to finances, it stabilizes those areas of love that you have neglected in the self-love care aspect. So many times we have families, we have different circumstances, painful love, growth periods of letting go, releasing, many death periods of releasing old karmic, finishing karmic cycles, different karmic cycles presenting themselves from old loves or old pains within committed relationships that have had to be contended with. And I do feel a smoothing out of that, But now is the time for the cherub, for this scarab to come forth. And I'm feeling, honestly, I'm feeling the angelic energies of the cherubim, very old energies that have protected the energy of love coming forward on this day. And this is in the self-care realm. So anything to do with self-care, anything to do with bettering the confidence within the self, competence within the self, self-care, beauty, regimes. I'm sensing details in dealing with finances or making appointments for the week. This is a really good day for this. Also, this is not a good day. I'm sensing very strongly that you don't want to be looking at, you want to be looking at the, first of all, I want to say what you're looking at is the shadow aspect of where you did not give yourself self-care. So the caution that I'm getting from this particular time for the Monday is that you want to not use judgment in areas where others have not contributed to your financial gain. This is about going inward, but also being cautious about what you're sharing with other people before you've actually solidified through the energy of the cherubim. The cherubim are the angels that they want me to present themselves to you at this time, understanding they're very ancient and have had contracts with you through your soulmate journey that you're completing. And they have been with you to this time through many life cycles. So this is great energy that I'm feeling, and I'm picking up on a great collective consciousness at this time. Pardon me. So the energy of expression is through communication of creative energies that are flowing through the cherubims that are bringing you this at this particular time on the Monday. It's kind of running in circles, the loop right now of energy, so I may get deeper into the individual sign of these things, but each day you can apply as I'm finished these signs to your individual sign that will come out. I will be reading afterwards. Right now we're doing a collective reading. So on the next day is the sun, but it came out inverted. So on Tuesday, you may be dealing with the shadow aspect of the pre-retrograde energy of more of a depressive state of not accomplishing some of the things that you feel you want to accomplish. I am seeing, oh, look at that, 2 cards came out. So I was going to put that for the next day. But these cards are so shiny when I look at them sometimes. This one was sitting on top of the card I just read. I don't want to tell you what it is yet, but what came out was very interesting. So I'm going to relay that into Wednesday, which is predating the shadow aspect of what I'm just going to talk about. So the energy of depression, of looking at feeling not good enough with finances, and I'm centering here on the serious concentration of turning this energy around into the sunlight. You must get sunlight in some form, even if it's in the taking of vitamins, the essential oils will be helpful. I'm not exactly sure what essential oils, but that came in. But what I was going to say, and then my angels interrupted, was a vitamin D oil. So the organic vitamin D oil, like vitamin D drops, or an oil source, and a good one, an organic one. So it's really important to get our minerals in line. Our minerals are part of how our psychic ability come in, and on this day it will be not so wonderful, and there may be effects, and I am sensing for real that this is calcification of your pineal gland, and those of you who are sensitive may have be affected by fluoride in this particular energy. And this is not for everybody. You know what? I was raised on fluoride, and I'm one of the most psychic people going. I do not believe in all this hype and dogmatic energy concerning different New Age concepts about what is happening with calcification. But those of you who are sensitive and your aura field is damaged, yes, this may affect you, but it's not hippy-whippy hokey pokey bullshit. That's what I'm going to say. This is about honestly understanding your energy field, and there's a science to it. So the energies are telling me at this time on the Tuesday that taking care of your depression aspects of what is happening, I'll ride the wave. And I'm going to tell you this as well. If you are going to experience depression, serious depression on this day, then what will help you through that is concentrating on what you are grateful for. And the cherubim are here to tell you that you have much to be grateful for. Everybody that I'm speaking to has the internet. And let me tell you, if you have the internet, you're able to afford most and more than what probably 90% of the populations in the world, third world countries, can afford. So this is something to be extremely grateful for, even just to have the communication for people who are really suffering and going through difficult times, and understanding that there's compassion within this and healing within this energy, and there is guidance coming from the angelic sources that are here. Your connection with your esoteric signs are more than just your personality, and you have been concentrating on the personality aspects of what is happening in your love life and in your financial aspects. So you're feeling not good enough. When the sun is inverted, that's what it's saying. When it's correctly placed, it is tapping into our solar systems in the sun aspects of the esoteric astrologic placements that are feeding the personality signs. So we're going beyond the personality signs on this day. I'm going to give you information that will help you from this aspect of the higher energy, so you can supersede that depression aspect. When you're dealing with depression, when you hang on to a thought, it comes from a holding on to a negative thought. That negative thought pattern I've seen deeply going into karmic cycles, even into after death. And after death, that I'm going to go into deeper subjects, esoteric subjects in the evening concepts here. So what my angels are going to relay, I'm going to tell you, and there's deep esoteric studies on this. So I'm telling you, with this high priestess energy in the beginning that we had, and for the first day on Sunday and the second day of this energy coming out of the cherubim dealing with finances, these are deep self-care love issues. And then this dealing with the sun that's inverted, depression. This is contending with on the shadow aspect of how you are not tapping into the higher realms. And this is where the spark of mind is coming in from the Sunday aspect of the higher priestess energy. And it's moving forward into the Tuesday so that you can turn this depression energy and inspect it. So you're going to take 15 minutes of meditation, possibly journaling. No, you know what I'm sensing? I'm sensing 15 minutes of really letting yourself feel sorry for yourself, feel that true sorrow on Tuesday, cry it out, go in the bathroom if you're at work and just cry it out, and who cares, and just let it out. Wipe your tears away, wash your face after 15 minutes, wash your hands, and then you're going to sit there. If it takes 15 minutes, then it does, however long it takes, then you're going to sit there and be grateful for the things that you have. And one of them is that you're able to work the emotional energy of that sorrow and allow 15 minutes of space of grief. Allow that grief to move through you. And then you're going to allow it to move through the Taurus energy of your body and feel the energy of it moving through, and allow the death cycle to completely die on this Tuesday. And let it go. And I will promise you that energy of that depression will transform into light. And as you do, you'll start thinking, you know what? My life's not so bad. I got this. I got internet. I can reach out to other people. I have great friends. I have great family support. I really do have family that really supports me. I'm sensing this from the high priestess energy. And these are contracts that you have made through cycles and time of learning and growth to come to this point, and you're extremely grateful for that support. You're even grateful for the support that you didn't get, so you had space to grow in the space that you needed. And so I'm seeing your egg of protection, of light, in the energy of the soulmate energy on this Tuesday become greatly formatted in light. In the next energy I want to go into this is the energy of the death card, and in the upright position, this is what it looks like. And we have on Wednesday, this is the goddess Venus's energy, and she is going to bring in the energy of death, and the death's ending the death cycle because it came in inverted. So this death cycle that you're facing is definitely over. So if you do what I said on the Tuesday, then and do that slight meditation, then you'll be able to move forward on the Wednesday and complete that death cycle. You are no longer going to have to deal with that karmic energy. It is completely over in your life. And you've had so many of these cycles, you're thinking, okay, well, what's next? So you're consistently waiting for that other shoe to drop. And this, Venus is telling us on this Wednesday, is as the Pluto is gone direct, and we're in the shadow period. We're in the point now where we're in no more death cycles. This shadow period is going to give us an aspect of what we need to look forward to. And on the Thursday, I'm going to bring out some further energy that is going to contend with what we need to contend with to bring in this, to what we need to concentrate on. I am sensing some automatic writing, journaling. Journaling allows for looking at repetitive patterns. I'm sensing a whole overall energy of the Hermit. So that is definitely working with journaling and things of that nature. So working with the King of Chalices, this is forward movement of moving your love forward. So those of you who are on the soulmate journey and in partnerships with love right now, your time to shine is on the Thursday to bring this energy forth. You've dealt with on the Monday the stagnant energies of making the appointments, dealing with financial issues, all this, I'm seeing like mediocre, like mundane things that you have to deal with on the Monday, but it's going to get you to the place you need to be on the Tuesday, contending with great energies of depression, with deep lows of and deep highs and lows and fluctuation on that day in the biorhythms is what I'm sensing. So there may be depression to deal with, and then moving into understanding the death cycle, bringing in light through that process of the depression and then the death cycle. So when you're dealing with this, you're ready. You're saying to the universe, I'm ready to fill my cup. Like, universe, fill my cup. Fill my cup with light. Fill my cup with love, with my soulmate. Those of you who are separate from it, those of you who are in the soulmate, to bring in a higher energy of the divine union and of the twin soul energy is what I'm sensing. And to bring this card in, this energy of this card in on the Thursday. I feel great ceremonial magic today that is imparted today and tomorrow, that is influencing all of what's happening and that I'm talking about. And I am sensing very much ancient Egyptian energy from the High Priestess of this day, of filtering through this whole week and guarding us and watching us over us. It's like I almost feel like on this day of Friday, you will recognize the ancient self and the ancient energies that are around you, protecting you, guiding you on this earth, through earth angels, speaking through angelic energies. And I'm really sensing you're going to feel the protection within all of this working right now. This is a fabulous week to be working through. If we follow this guidance, I think our week is going to be have the ups and downs, but you're going to feel elated at having those ups and downs rather than what you have been feeling for the last, probably some of you, I'm sensing 30-year cycles, some of you 12-year cycles. And this 12-year cycle is coming to the completion. And so the Knight of Swords is coming in here next. And I'm sensing on this Saturday, which is the last day of the week, this day there's much movement within all of the things that you just asked for on the Friday. You're actually receiving the energy and able to move it forth with great knowledge, great pride, great self-awareness, and great creativity. And I'm seeing like almost like flamboyancy, but in a good way. Like there's great change in beauty. It's an outward, when you change that inward heart, when you have that alchemical process that we've talked about before, transmute that energy. I feel like some of the poetry that I read earlier will help transform those magical crystalline energies, and the crystal will also do that crystalline energy of moving through those processes as well at this time. I'm feeling that the energy that you brought in, that you asked for on the Friday, is the movement within this, and you're able to disperse it correctly in love and within family specifically. I'm also sensing for a lot of you there is a move that is extremely important for your life right now. It is the higher exhalation into the divine union energy. So those of you who are coupled, I'm sensing the moves that you've recently made or are contemplating or planning, and these are dead set plans that you're making, not thinking about a move in the future. These are actual plans that have come into play. And some of you that are working with this energy will have great signs of understanding where that energy is to be focused. And it is very accessible on the Saturday here for you to bring down and to mix and actually apply and to manifest into fruition is what I'm seeing. And these divine unions are greater than the soulmate energy is to work through the karmic cycles of what we need to. The soulmate journey is to work through that karmic cycles, and those cherubim angels are protecting us through that. And as they do, they move through and they catapult us up into these initiative energies. And so as we birth into this Aquarian age, on this day we're able to pull the energy of all of that we have asked for, and have I feel the ceremonial magic is like is something that is being reawakened in you, and that you're able to apply, and you're like, nope, this is how I'm going to do this. Nope, I've done this before and I'm going to do this. You're able to dodge and weave past negative energies and emotions, and at the same time feel them. So this is a really fantastic reading, you guys, for this coming week. I am thrilled to bring these messages to you today. And I'm going to tell you, I'm feeling some energies of great sexual motivation. And what I mean by that, the tantric energies. And I'm going to work with the sexual tarot magic is what I'm guided to work with. The Egyptian energies are asking me to pull that out for you and help you understand tantric sexual energies and mastering them to a great degree and purifying all that energy, because there's great in need of purification of our sexual energies. Our sexual energies are a great force, and this Kundalini energy that is rising within the soulmate journeys on the planet for the higher evolutions, for us to have spark of mind and move past all the horrific things that we've been contemplating of, where most of us go, are you kidding me that this is still happening in our world? Honestly, I'm sensing this in a high degree. So all of the really crappy aspects of sexual power, abusive power, is coming to the fore in great degrees as we see all over the world. And it is showing its ugly face, that shadow period of things that we're coping with. So as we're going to go through, I'm going to go through each individual sign and pull one card for each individual sign over this hour, so that we have energies that we're able to work with through that nature, and we can bring it to the higher evolution of all the things that we work through on each and every day. So I forget sometimes as I'm channeling this energy for you, there's a group of people, because there's other people that will watch this video in the future. So we're adding all these collective energies, and this is a general reading. So please understand that if the message is that you're contributing to, and this is important to know this, you're really contributing to the energy of this reading that I'm able to tap into. You're on the astral plane that you're willing to offer, so that we can work collectively through these soulmate journeys. And it's very difficult to put yourself in those vulnerable situations. I'm truly feeling that. And so as we go through these signs, we're going to work through different emotional aspects that are most important at this time. If you want to go into deeper emotional withdrawal situations, we dealt with that this morning on a deeper level. It actually took a couple of hours for individual readings on deep levels. So there's general reads. When I say a general read, we're going to tap into the most important reading that needs to be said. So if it doesn't apply to you, please just take that as knowing that that healing is for somebody else at this time that really needs it. It's more important for them to hear it. The other thing I want to say, this is general, so not everything will apply for that particular reason that I just mentioned. When it does apply, it does mean that you have allowed the doors to open for me to tap into that. So thank you for contributing to that, because it does make my job easier as I'm working through that Jacob's ladder that you guys have created with all your thoughts. I'm actually channeling into all of your thoughts at this time up into the karmic energies concerning what we are talking about right now. So as we know, the thought, there's probably like over 1 million thoughts that run through our brain at any given moment in the consciousness. So we have to decipher what we need to focus on at this time, and our brains are very capable of doing that when we work with meditation. So let's go into the card for Aries with the sexual energy aspect and dealing with our Kundalini energy and the aspect on the how our personality is affecting things and how we want to tap into the higher energies and consciousnesses of the esoteric realms of what is feeding us from the solar energies of our the bear constellations, which are very high levels of energies working down through. You're not going to believe the card that just came out, Death. I don't even, as I'm shuffling, I don't really pay much attention to what comes out, but as I look at it, the energy floods in. So this is for the astrological sign of Aries, and it is death. So this is a huge cycle of what we're going through. I do feel on Wednesday will be the most energy of what you will be working through, the most difficult energy. And so that's the shadow aspect, the pre-shadow aspect coming in, and it may come to you on a greater aspect during the Mercury retrograde at Halloween time. So, but we're going to concentrate right now on this. So you're sort of amping up a practice run of what's coming. I'm telling you guys, you know, I don't want to be like gloom and doom with stuff, but if we don't pick out these ugly energies, the world exteriorly will not change. So these are hard processes and difficult energies to work through, and we are completely protected and guided. And I want to tell you, Aries, this is something that you have to understand your connection with the with Father Sky and Mother Earth. So if you've had parental issues growing up, then these are nurturing times for you. And you can use these depressive times to sit and rest in Mother Gaia's arms. I'm sensing that strongly. And know that the Heavenly Fathers of the councils of the Heavenly Fathers and the motherly councils of the nurturing mothers are there with you, and they will hold you in their winged arms. I'm sensing this message is strongly coming through for you, Aries. So understand there's great healing in that, and please listen to the poetry that was read earlier, and working with the lapis lazuli is extremely important as well. So we're going to go into Taurus with the sexual Kundalini energy. I just wanted to mention with Aries, without that death cycle and going into that real sorrow, you're not going to rise above into what the cherubims want to work with you through this week. So allow those depressive cycles and to go through them like we talked about in the collective consciousness through our Taurus of energy. Yeah? So Taurus. Ooh, there we go. we have the Four of Pentacles. So in this energy, I'm sensing greatly that the numerical 4 for Tauruses is really important. And I'm also sensing it's in relation with the 4 elements, earth, water, air, fire. So all of those energies that are coming in for Taurus at this time. Hi, Havana, nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome everybody else too, that if I didn't have a chance to say hi, I'll tap in later if you guys leave comments. Please don't forget to like and share it. It does circulate the energy. Just take a moment now if you forget, before you forget, because I always forget when I'm watching videos too, I get it. But it does help circulate, and it does it is energetic donations, so that's greatly appreciated if you have a moment. So as these energies are coming in for Taurus, I'm sensing with these 4 elements, there's a balancing in this pre-shadow period of all of the things that we've talked about also within the collective consciousness. And this collective consciousness energy, I am sensing greatly moving energy for you, Taurus, tapping into the movement of the 4 elements within your cycles. So paying attention to when you're feeling really the earth energy of stability, and then you're feeling the water energy of emotion and moving through your emotions, and then I'm sensing the energy of moving through the angelic energies of air, of communication and planning and understanding how to move things into form. And this is heavy energy of coming in here strongly through the Kundalini energy. Well, this is also mastering the a spark of mind. So when you have an idea, to write it down. Yeah, this is going to concrete it and put it into a circle of energy for you. That's what I'm sensing greatly. And I'm also sensing great nurturing energy, also continuing from Aries into the Father Sky and Mother Earth. Those are also applicable to you. I'm sensing it bleed in from that Aries energy into this. And as your shadow aspects come forward in this pre-shadow period, I feel that there's spikes of anger and spikes of regret, that sort of thing. And so within your soulmate energies, I'm sensing that the expression through that is of great need of nurturing for the self. Allow others to nurture you, Taurus, at this time within relationships, friendships, and family. I am also sensing family is great, a great time for you to be allowing them to nurture you. You need some nurturing in those aspects. To heal things, you need to let them in, Taurus. So that's also concerning love life, especially soulmate energies. I feel like letting in communication, allowing the sorrow, and moving past it. Some of you with Taurus are releasing that negative energies that you're contending with. So now we're going into Gemini, and I am sensing soulmate energy coming in for you. It feels to me that those are Geminis, that the Gemini aspect of your sign is dealing with mainly single people wanting that connection, that sexual connection. I feel like there's great sexual energy moving for you, and it's starting in the root chakra, moving up into the Kundalini energy, and within this, I'm sensing that to be careful with your sexual activity this week, Geminis, and to be more contemplative, but yet have sexual expression. If you're able to have the sexual expression within the correct manner, the correct measure, then I'm sensing Wednesday for some reason for you is extremely important. So listen to the collective energy. Pay special attention to the Wednesday reading. And so this energy of Venus is moving through you through this week on a greater scale than most, I'm feeling. And with the energy of Libra in balance and the pre-shadow period, you're bringing into balance those karmic energies that of sexual relationships that you've had in the past and how they've affected every other aspect of your life. But I'm mainly sensing this, how you want to now grow to a higher level of sexual interaction. You no longer are satisfied just with the happy-go-lucky energy of it. You want a deeper commitment, soulmate energy, and that's what you're working on. You're not going to settle for anything less at this particular time. I'm sensing that you have lots of options also here, Gemini, and you're being fed a feast of energy and you must use discernment on who is coming towards you, because there are people who are coming towards you that don't have your best interest at heart. Let me tell you, that vampiric energy we talked about during the week is applicable to you greatly. Okay, so Cancer, let's see what the sexual tarot energy has to say for you. I'm also oh, here, this is Cancer, so I thought it might have been Gemini's, but no, this is Cancer's energy of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that there's, whoa, there it is right there, coming out as I was about to speak and talk. So 2 cards fell out, but I'm only going to take one. I am sensing a newness come out in great sexual, like, fantasies is what I'm sensing here. So your imagination, the energy of air, has really overtaken your realm this past year, I'm sensing. And this week is the week that you're going to be dealing with, here, Cancer, bringing some of those fantasies into form. I don't want to get into all that sexual aspect of it, things, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm really sensing that heat that is, it is literally like a fire that is sparked within your imagination, and that is there for you to move through energies. And if I feel like when you go back into the collective consciousness reading, it taps into all of those ups and down processes. And on Saturday, I'm sensing that this is the greatest difficulty that you will have within this. And I'm sensing nurturing care energy, of course, with Cancer. I'm also sensing some ritualistic, ceremonial energy, very romantic energy coming in for you here, Cancer. Like, I'm seeing like candles around, like I'm paying attention to the candles, to the drapery. All of the energy that is around you seems all encompassing and nurturing and loving and romantic, and you create this romantic atmosphere. Actually, I'm sensing more your partner that you are interacting with is creating that romantic energy, and you are flowing right into it, and it is something greatly needed for you at this time. I am sensing great soulmate energy as I'm tapping into that energy of Cancer right now, and I can feel it moving through me. It feels extremely pleasant to flow through all of those energies. So those of you who are experiencing great ecstasy at this time, you're tapping into your Cancer sign, and then the Cancers are really expressing this to great degrees. So that's a beautiful energy to be bringing forth. And so there may be those rocky waves that we talked through earlier in the collective reading, but this is really moving through some energies that are great. And I'm sensing also Thanksgiving is important for you, Cancers, and that there will be a lot of cooking and a lot of talking, a lot of chattering, socializing, family, and a lot of romantic energy all in one weekend. So it's going to be, I'm sensing it coming in for the shadow, the pre-shadow energy. There may be a little bit of that, planning all that for that coming weekend on the Halloween aspect for the Thanksgiving weekend coming in. Well, it's here in Canada anyways. I'm not sure about where you are in your part of the world, but here in Canada, that energy is that. Whew. I didn't tell you, I was feeling the heat from you Cancers. That was a good fun. That's a lot of fun. Just saying. Okay, moving on to Leo. More fire energy. Oh my goodness. You guys are burning me out here. Taking me through your week. Okay. So I am sensing here, Leo. You know, I was feeling that this card didn't want to come out. So Leos, let's talk a little bit here. I don't even know what the card is yet, but here we go. 2 of Swords. So I'm feeling actually I would like to cool some of this heat down, because maybe this is why I was feeling the heat, because I'm feeling a real sense of anger. So this week you may be dealing with anger and contemplation of rejection in some love aspect. I am sensing that there's 2 groups of people, somebody offering love and somebody rejecting But I am also sensing here that people are moving past this energy of pain, and they are growing in a deeper soul bond with this rejection aspect. So you're really delving into the outward expressions of rejection within your relationship, which allows for the growing periods of this Kundalini energy that has risen. I feel there was a sharp rise in your Kundalini energy recently, and so now I'm feeling the energies cool off finally. Woo! So as that energy moves in, it does cool off that heat, that anger, and you're able to discuss some of the things. And I am seeing that you're recognizing the soulmate energy, and the cherubim energies are weaving energies through for you to plan and work on very futuristic ideals within your relationship. But through this week, I am seeing that you may even be helping a partner with finances, and seeing their hidden gems of what they don't know about. And so this is going to cool some of your temperament, because when you can contribute to somebody's stability, Leo, I mean, you're a fixed fire. You have great fire and the great ability to move in things in a fixed way. So what that means is you have that burning heat that is going to feed other people's fuel that they need, you know. So that's what you bring into this table during this week here. So know your strength and know how much fuel to release to people, because sometimes that fire burns people, and that's what I feel has happened, that you're contending with and smoothing the fires out of that. So that's what you're contending with on the spiritual nature. And I am sensing poetry and like gifts of words. So writing your expression to your partner is a good way to calm that energy down. And it is using the elements of air to do so. So we're going to go in now into the energy of Virgo. And see what your Virgos have to contend with. I am feeling for Virgo. I'm feeling for Virgo. I don't know what this card is yet, but I'm feeling that there's like confusion. So I'm sensing some confusion. So we have the Ten of Swords. So ending of cycles. I keep hitting the table here. I'm so sorry. It's jittering around. But I am sensing some dealing with past hurts. And many of them, I feel like here, Virgo, you've had a series of relationships that you are like closing. I feel like you've gone through cycles of, this is a good relationship, and then no, it's not a good relationship. This is a good relationship. Oh no, it's not. Oh, that's unmasked. I'm not dealing with that. So I feel like there's been many of these, and the source of this, I am greatly feeling, is related to one of the first relationships that you ever experienced deep love with. So going through these processes this week that we talked with the collective consciousness earlier, it will help you heal some of those childhood aspects and some of those older energies. I am also seeing that here, Virgo, that you are prying into other people's relationships that you are, I feel like there may be love that, you know, the other person fell out of love with you. So you're contending with that hurt, and you may be going and spying on their social medias, or, you know, even listening to your exes, or the person you really are wanting to be passionate about and be with. You're listening to their sign right now. It's called cross-watching, and in that cross-watching, you're understanding where their energy is coming from. But I'm sensing here that you're doing it to find out what's going on, so you can kind of make a way in. But the real reason that you should be watching is so that you can heal the aspect of what they are going through as well from their perspective. So when that energy heals, there's a unity, and I am sensing that you're going through this week, this week, and coming into a friendship level with some of your real past true hurts, and you have forgiven, and you have understood, and you inside forgiveness happened, and you also forgive the other person. That's a true alchemical process that you're going through here, Virgo. You've had a lot of expression in the past month to work with contemplating all your things that you need to, and you've had that. Now you're able to express that confidently, but I am sensing a thing of spying, and someone may be spying on you, so you're going to have to just contend with that energy and be your own person as well, for those of you who are leaving something behind. I am definitely sensing, though, that there is energy of past people spying on you. So just be cautious a little bit. I feel like you need to be a little bit cautious. Those are a little bit of warning signs, and I feel like you've experienced these types of things before, so don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the warning signs, okay, Virgo? So we're going to go into the energy of Libra here. Every time I say a sign, literally a card has popped out, so that's pretty fantastic. On point. So we have the Magician. Well, imagine that, Libra, in your sign, coming in pre-shadow, coming into all of this wonderful energy of hidden aspects of things. So here we are, you mastering all of that energy, and I'm getting a very good sense here, Libra, that it's a lighter sense, that your week will go lighter than usual, and you will easily move through the energies that you must in order to release. So I feel like you've already released it. I feel like this is a breeze this week for the most part, and I feel like all your ducks are in a row. I just gotta say, this is the easiest card I've read for all day, and I'm not seeing much turmoil, to tell you the truth. I'm seeing that you have mastered all of the elements. I feel very much like Taurus energy, so you may want to listen to the Taurus aspect of things coming in. For some reason, I'm sensing that, and I'm sensing that the sun is very important. So the Tuesday where the sun came in inverted, maybe a day for you to be especially paying attention to, of the energy of within that collective consciousness read that I did a little bit earlier that relates to your sign here, Libra. I just want to say, my guides are telling me that before I move on, that definite soulmate energy of what you are in, and I do feel that this is something that is being revisited, and I feel like for those of you who are in this, it is a committed relationship that is you're in. I'm sensing, paying attention to your solar plexus, so energies of your intuition and what you're remembering from past lives may not be completely accurate. You may be getting weird feelings, and it may be intertwining, my guides are telling me, with past life experiences that are in your DNA memory. And so as it's bringing forward, it may be interfering with some of your judgment. So the perceptions may be slightly off. I'm sensing, Libra, with that. So, but I sense that you move through it very, very quickly, and you recognize that that is a personal opinion from negative ego, from the negative aspect of what you know Libras can do, and then I feel like you bring that to the higher level and turn that energy around into mastering it. So you've mastered this very simply and easily through this week, is what I'm seeing here, Libra. So the energy of Scorpio, the Ten of Wands, I'm feeling great movement within this Ten of Wands, and I'm sensing great thought about many sexual endeavors, to tell you the truth. I'm sensing that you are contemplating one particular energy here, Scorpios, and you're considering going back into the soulmate connection, and I am sensing someone from your past this week show up, and if they don't do it now within this week, they're going to show up on the Mercury retrograde, and within this you're going to deal with sexual energy and sexual compassionate energy, And I feel like the Kundalini energy is rising, and there is sexual activity going on. So if you guys have been, I feel like a lot of you have been pulled away from sexual activity, and this coming week I feel is the time for sexual expression, and you will be indulging in many sexual aspects. I'm sort of sensing that you want a committed relationship, though, so you may be adventurous here this week, Scorpio, as usual, as you do, but you're going to be doing so in committed relationships and working towards that. I am sensing some divine union, growth into divine union, so some soulmate, karmic soulmate energy. You may be surprised at who shows up into your life here, and I feel like, I don't know what I'm seeing, but I'm like Scorpios, date for Sunday, date for Monday, date for like Tuesday, and they're all different people here. That's what I'm sensing. So whatever you got going on, whatever, I feel like whatever you need to work through this at this time, Scorpio, is a great idea for you to be contemplating those deeper loves. And you're going to pick one. You're going to pick one, I feel. And you're going to pick one, and you're going to see some darker aspects, and you're going to be like, I've been through that before. I can handle that. Yep, they're showing me that dark side. I can handle that. I can do that. I know how to work that. So you Scorpios are pretty magnificent here on this day. So we're going to go into the energies of Sagittarians and what they're dealing with in their love life, on their soulmate journeys. Whoa. Go. You have the Five of Swords. So I'm sensing definitely some soulmate energy come in, some great sexual expression towards you. I am feeling that there is someone coming in that you have been working with and there may have been some difficulty in the past here, Sagittarian, that you have worked through in your own mind and have actually laid it to rest. And I am sensing Wednesday also is a really important day for you, and that working through that death cycle, that you have done so, and this is the time for you to be enjoying some of the attention, Sagittarians, that you are experiencing. And so as you are moving forward, I feel like you're shining greatly, and you're showing different aspects of your spiritual nature. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling the Kundalini energy rise up the spine. What I'm also sensing is you, in the past, where you have given your Kundalini energy away and depleted your own energy, you are no longer doing that, and you're sensing the flow, and you're activating the pineal gland to great degrees, and understanding telepathy to great degrees, and dealing with soulmate karmic energies, and working telepathy that way. I'm also sensing with this energy of Scorpio, I'm not sure why that intertwining is. You may have soulmate energy dealing with a Scorpio, or you may have Scorpio in your Venus placement. I'm really sensing that strongly. So this is in relation for you to look in. You can look at that information up in the natal chart. But with this, I'm sensing that activation within the pineal gland is activating the psychic ability, and you are having conversations. I feel like some of you are thinking, am I going out of my mind? Am I actually having these conversations, or is this just my imagination? But I feel like it's real on the astral plane, and you're working through that energy of understanding all those fluctuations that we talked about in the collective conscious reading. So those are some pretty magnificent energies that you're working through here, Sagittarian. And we're going to move on to, whoops, got these a little bit turned around. We're going to move into the energy of Capricorn in 1 second. So as I straighten out the cards, because Capricorn is pretty diligent about straightening things out. And straightening things out are going to be probably part of the focus, I'm imagining, in the card that's going to pop out for you. So if anybody needs greater information, you can always book a personal reading with me. My information is down below, so you're more than welcome to do that. So what I'm sensing here for Capricorn is definitely ceremony. See, as soon as I say the name, it comes out. This is pretty awesome reading, I have to tell you. We have the Knight of Wands here. So Capricorn, there may be some offerings that are, I feel like, not on the level of what you want. You may be offered like just a menial thing in love, and you're like, oh hell no, I want the whole kit and caboodle. This all or nothing. It is not just the passion that I want. I don't just want passion. I want a deeper understanding of and growing past passion, past karmic drama, past like hanging on to old hurts and hates. And I feel like you are ready for that. This person will bring you much passion, but I am seeing that there has been interruption of this energy in the past. Excuse me. And I am sensing here that this interruption in the past has, there's been some infidelity. That's what I'm going to say to you, Capricorn. And in this energy of the past, of this infidelity, you're working past great sorrows with this, but you still feel that spark and that passion. That spark and that passion will present itself again. I'm greatly feeling that. So you have decisions to make on how, if you want that. And I am sensing the Kundalini energy is asking for it. So you may be magnetically attracting it and not really understanding why you're magnetically attracting this. It is to look at the shadow aspect and to control, I'm sensing, that passion so that you can apply it in the creative ways that we talked about in the hidden energies through that collective reading that we worked with. So we're going to move on here to Aquarius. Popper cards. Listen to this. So crazy. You're crazy. So we have the Five of Chalices. I am sensing, I'm going to tell you, I sense some sort of engagement. It may be like, the first thing that came to me was a ring and someone on their knee and proposing. The second thing that came to me was a group of people who are talking. You're actually considering and actually talking about marriage, engagement. And some of you are talking about also deep engagement just to bring the relationship to a higher level. So if you're finding you're going through that energy, Aquarius, it is a great time for you to bring in, I feel like energy around meals, around socializing, celebration. There may be planning of celebration for engagements, that type of thing. So that could also mean energies of like fundraising events. That also is another place where I'm seeing things. I'm also seeing that if you are single here, you may want to go into areas and experience that type of energy so that you can be around like-minded people and possibly, I feel, possibly run into soulmate energy on those levels. Some of it may be friendship levels, but I'm feeling like if you're single, you may be tapping into another soulmate that you will bring. It is an opportune time for you to do that this week here, I feel, if you're a single Aquarius. Okay, so moving into the energy of Pisces. I'm going to tell you, I'm sensing an over emotion, Pisces, like not knowing what to do with all the emotion that you're dealing with, concentrating on a soulmate energy. So Pisces, what have you got going on here? Wow. Judgment. Wow. So, judgment. I'm sensing like great turmoil within family energies. I'm dealing with separations. Dealing with also, I'm sensing collaborating families together. I'm sensing like movement, possibly. Actually, I'm sensing that moving in together, like contemplating moving in together. So I can see why that would create great turmoil. And I am sensing some of you have some karmic energy to clean up here, Pisces, that you have ignored. I'm seeing the hidden aspects of that. So please pay attention. Monday I feel is important for you. Signing of documents, that sort of thing. So Pisces, this energy will expand into deeper issues. I'm sensing if it's not dealt with on the Monday. So to whatever extent, even if you just look at it, I implore you to just look at it. And it will set some energies in motion for the rest of the week. And you will reap the benefits by the end of the week, going into the end of the month, of course, and into the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. I feel like there may be some we lost a little bit of connection, so I'm gonna go back in. You may be dealing with legal situations that will bring hidden aspects, things that you have tried to hide or that the other person has tried to hide from you will come out to form, and it may cause some depression in you if you have to face what you have contributed or not contributed to things. And I'm also sensing as an energy here, Pisces, of as soon as I said not contributing, I felt like children, the energy of children. So you may have been stopped from dealing with children, or somebody has used children as a pawn within your energy field, or in fact that you may have been. And so I would like you to get out of that cycle here, Pisces. So is what I'm saying, and this week is going to help you move through that, so that you are able to have that higher soulmate energy. And I'm feeling a real draw. You're like, oh, this doesn't even feel worth it. Like, are you kidding me? But yet I feel all of this push forward all at the same time. This flame of energy of moving forward and straightening out this mess. I feel like a mess has entered and has been left. And you are like, okay, it's time to clean this up. And I feel like a move, happens, or you go from your house from top to bottom and you're ready for a move. So that's important to be working with. So I am going to, I wasn't going to draw a romance angel card. I wasn't feeling that greatly. I went into that in depth this morning on the daytime show, when we went into the sexual energy, more so in the nighttime show. So here we are. And I am getting guidance for all of us collectively of what we need to be concentrating on this week for bringing in and working in the soul, the romance angels, how they can work with us and to bring more romance into our life, and higher degrees of romance is what I want to say particularly. So romance angels, what have you to say for us on this beautiful twilight? Come on, true love. Aww. I don't really feel like I have a lot to say about that. I feel like the energy transmission of this card is enough, and you know what true love is. And I feel that this is an extremely important week for you guys listening, that's exactly what this love is about, is true love. It's here, it's presented itself. And birthing this Aquarian age as it comes in is beautiful energy to be birthing on the soulmate journey. And I am sensing, for the most part, growing into divine union. Pretty good cycles. That means there's some progression with this. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me on this beautiful evening. And as we go into the twilight, into the evening, have a great rest and have great pleasant dreams of true love coming your way, and the goddess Venus wrapping in your wings of love. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you for joining me, and hope to see you next week. We're going to be doing another show on Wednesday evening called the Dream Divining Hour, and that is working with the dream time and calling down the energies of what we're working with in the subconscious. So hopefully we'll see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this evening. Please don't forget to like and share as it circulates. Anything for people who are going through these suffering processes of great pain and feeling through the energies of love and great transformation in alchemical processes that are bringing us into beautiful energies. So you guys have a great evening. Bye, and we'll talk to you later.